So rare that a client comes to me and says, I'm going for sad funeral goth vibes. This is my client, Cassie. She comes to me pretty often. I'm so thankful for her, but she's having a death to her 20s photo shoot. So of course we start with skin prep. On the eyes, I use the Guava Vitamin C Bright Eye Gel Cream from Glow Recipe. And on the skin, I used the Embryolisse Cream. The eyebrows, I used the Ulta Brow Pen. And then I am concealing with a little bit of Born This Way concealer. It wasn't quite light enough for me, so I ended up mixing that with a little bit of the J-Cat Beauties concealer in Shell, and go ahead and prep the lids with that for shadow. This is going to be a dramatic look, so we are going in with the eyes first. I'm using the Huda Beauty Grunge palette. I'm not sure if people still care about this, but I used a lot of the shade Brave in the crease, and I blended that out with Liberty, which is a little bit lighter of like this purple, mauve-y, dusty pink kind of tone. And then on her lash line, I go in with Fearless and Nirvana, which is a darker, deeper purple. With Brave underneath the eye, and smoked that out really good with Liberty, and went in and added a little bit more definition later with Fearless. Then I'm using the Made by Mitchell gel liner in the black shade. I'm sure it has like a funky name, but I cannot remember it right now. Foundation today, we're using the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Infallible line. I'm concealing with a mixture of those same shades and brands of concealer that I used for her eyebrows, and adding that where I want brightness and coverage, pouncing that out and blending it out with my sponge. Then the lighting situation drastically changed. I do want to say that I went ahead and contoured her with a foundation shade. I know it's pretty warm and pretty dark right now, but going over with powders is going to take that away. We want that intensity so that when we go in and really mattify her and set her with powders, we don't have an issue. I used a cream blush from Unidolls, but I didn't want to blush her too much because, again, we're going for like matte funeral goth vibes, and I know they don't have a ton of color to their skin. Maybe that's a bad way to put it. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have a whole lot going on, and so I didn't want the skin to be too overdone, if you will. Cassie is very pale naturally, but she gets very dark in the summertime, so I've done her makeup multiple different times when she's been multiple different shades, so it's interesting to see the range of products that I've used on her over the years. I was using the new L'Oreal Infallible Blur Powder on her, and then I did clean everything up with a little bit of Huda Beauty and Pound Cake for powder, sprayed her down with some of the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix spray, and then I'm lining her lips with a little bit of Trendsetter by Huda Beauty. It's a liquid lip, but I decided I wasn't sure that I wanted it that dry, so after spraying her with the Easy Bake from Huda Beauty, her new setting spray, to really keep everything super matte, I went over this with a Fenty Fenty Gloss Balm Stick in Blacker Berry. We love the way it turned out. Happy birthday, Cassie. Thanks for always trusting me with all of your makeup needs.